I rewatched Lost in Translation this week.
I know. I don't get the love.
No.
Heavy 4 now. It was a 4, not a heavy 4.
3?
It went up! That's fucked.
It went up. Hey guys, and welcome to episode 67 of the Up Real Late podcast. My name is Scott Ellis, joined by Tim McGavick.
I've had this, allergy thing, just lingering for the last, 2 weeks.
Well,
It's just staying there.
tell it to
awful.
stop.
Yeah.
Also here is Tyler Switolski.
I'm doing okay. I'm doing better than Tim.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Most people are.
Yeah.
You know who's not?
Adam Franey.
Excuse me, I just took some of my iced coffee because I'm extremely tired. I did not sleep.
Up real early.
Up real early. Full
Today.
disclosure. Let's not bullshit the fans. Okay.
Let's run down some of the topics we're going to discuss on this week's episode. As usual, we're going to discuss our last seen film. And our review of the week is The Accountant, starring Ben Affleck. And we got a couple of news topics we're going to talk about later, including the newest Rogue One trailer. And we're going to talk about the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them franchise. So if you do want to skip ahead to any of those topics, you can click on the timestamps below in the description box and you can skip ahead. And don't forget to leave a like on this video. Leave a comment below in the comment section, and of course subscribe to our YouTube channel if you like our stuff. We really appreciate the support there. So without further ado, let's get started. Tim, what do you got for us as far as your last scene?
A national manhunt is launched when a man and his foster child take off into the bush together.
Hunt for the Wilder People.
This is 2016's Hunt for the Wilder People. Written and directed by...
It sounded exactly like Hannah, did it not?
Fuck. Yeah, it did.
I literally wrote down Hannah. I'm like, Tim, watch Hannah.
I just said henna.
Written and directed by Taika Waititi. Based on the book by Barry Crump.
Sick name.
Can I just say, I've seen this movie and I love it.
You've seen Wilder People?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it'd be the only one so far.
When?
Yeah, I watched it weeks ago.
I don't remember seeing it on your
Heavy
Letterboxd.
4 for Mr. Franey, and I predict it might just be a Timmy 5 because it's a live action Up. So,
Basically is, right?
take the floor, Tim.
You blew his mind.
It looks like Tim's just now realizing that it is a Timmy 5 because it is a live action.
Timmy 3-bang.
Wow.
He's lying.
Lies.
I'm not
Times 2 minus 1 and a bit. Let's just get it out of the way. It's a heavy 4 for me. Not quite a 5.
Me too.
But man,
Good flick.
this movie was pretty hyped. And I was like, I was going in and be like, okay, I'm expecting something amazing here. It's pretty great.
Amazing.
Taika can shoot a film. It looks fantastic. There's some really nice shots of New Zealand.
Yeah.
Breakout performance by Julian Dennison, who plays the kid. He is so funny. Reminds me of one scene of The Lobster. One scene that you love is when people are dancing to no music. This happens. Do you remember this? When he's in awareness, he's built his own
Yes.
Walkman. He's dancing and there's music playing.
Unreal.
And he cuts to Sam Neill just watching him. The kid's just dancing with no music playing. It's hilarious.
I think it was Michael Jackson, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was
He's
so
just,
funny.
Dancing, break dancing, moonwalking. It's just
It's
amazing.
so
Sam Neill's pretty fucking great, too.
Sam Neill's great in this.
I'm like, where you been, Sam Neill?
Yeah.
Give me more,
Exactly.
as Britney Spears would say.
Yeah.
She would say that.
Reese Darby pops up as Psycho Sam. That's his character's name. It's just hard to pin down what is great about this movie. It's just
Is it the writing?
It's
I
the
agree,
writing's
it's
really
hard.
good. The performance is really good. It's got some heart to it.
Charming, I'd say. Extremely charming. And fun.
It's very charming. You can't help but like this kid. If you don't like him, then you're
You're a monster.
you're a monster. You're Ty.
You're Tyler.
You're Tyler, you have
Thanks,
no
guys.
heart.
Um,
Too quick.
what else have I got to say about it? It's
It's a
just
heavy
funny, man. The social services agent that's chasing him, the lady.
Yeah.
She's pretty hilarious because she gets really intense, as if she's a FBI agent. She's just really intense. She's ordering people around.
It's like The Fugitive or something.
She's it's almost like The
Why not
Fugitive.
catch these fuckers.
Yeah, she's quippy too, with the Sarah Connor joke. That's pretty hilarious. And then there's one scene that is straight from Lord of the Rings, and they mention it, and it's hilarious. Do you remember that?
I
When
remember
him
Lord
and
of the
Sam
Rings.
Neill, are hiding, and there's like a guy.
Oh,
it's, it's so funny. It's so good because even while I was watching, it was like it's a lot like Lord of the Rings.
Like the Nazgul, like
Yeah,
crouching over them
Yeah.
scene, basically, in the forest.
essentially. Yeah, it's great.
Didn't he say like, I want to be
Makes
like
me
Lord of
pumped
the
for Thor. Like this guy,
Yeah.
like this wasn't like a straight up comedy. Like this isn't like straight comedy, right? So it makes me hopeful that like Thor is gonna be like a comic book movie, but then Taiki's gonna like just pop in his little pops of like quirks and comedy part. It's gonna be hilarious.
Did
I
you
think.
guys see the short that Taika Waititi did?
Yeah, it's
about, like,
hilarious.
what Thor did
Still have
during the
Civil
Civil War? Hilarious.
It's really good.
It's like that same kind of tone. Like it's almost more like I haven't seen this movie and I do want to, but it felt very like What We Do in the Shadows tone,
Ooh, boy.
like that little short.
Yeah, it's very like deadpan. Like nothing's really played off like specifically for jokes. It's just kind of like the way it plays out is
It's kind
funny.
of like The Office humor. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
The way it is.
they're
is
like
a joke.
interviewing with the camera, like
Yeah.
talking to the camera, and they have those like interviews, and then it cuts to like
I have to ask him. Misty-eyed? And
Got a little
does
misty-eyed.
certain one-liner? You know, I love like emotional one-liners. Maybe
Yeah.
you don't know. Now you know.
Oh, I think I know the one that gets repeated.
At the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
Single
something early
tear
in the movie
falls.
surprised me. Didn't see that coming.
Oh, yeah.
That's heart
I
wrenching.
made my family watch this movie. There's quite the twist at the beginning, and they were like, "No, I'm out." I'm like, "Oh, you're in." They loved it.
And then just last thing, Taiki
Taiki,
like
my
Taiki.
TT,
shows up briefly as a priest, and he's
Amazing.
ridiculous.
amazing cameo.
Yeah, great,
Fucking
great
amazing.
cameo. That's it. Hunts for the Wilder People,
Heavy 4.
live action up apparently.
all right.
Before.
Tyler, you want to jump in with
I'll,
your last scene?
I'll
film?
jump in.
Jump off.
Okay.
Clip.
Thanks, man.
Jump in the pit.
Oh, here we go. I
you
know,
look?
I know that
Okay.
face.
When Jacob discovers clues to a mystery that stretches across time, he finds Miss Peregrine's home for peculiar
Oh
children.
God.
But the danger deepens after he gets to know the residents and learns about their special powers.
Fucking freak.
No, really, jump in like a well.
Oh, thank you.
Ground. Sorry.
Now, Scott, I told you I was trying to see this movie sometime, like somehow.
You were, yeah. You were
What
quite
movie?
Yeah.
excited about
This
this,
is
film.
2016's Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. In case you guys didn't get that from the
All right.
description there. I had totally planned to see this the next day. So, I straight up lied to you and I enjoyed it because I knew I'd get a good reaction out of
It's
all of
very
you.
disturbing.
No comment.
This was a good movie.
Ooh.
This was a good movie.
Fucking-
And no,
I
here's
know.
here's the thing, because
You should say.
the Alice in Wonderland movies left a bad taste in my mouth.
For the Burt man,
Mm.
your boy,
My boy, Tim Burton.
your father.
So yes, and I was not feeling good about. I went into this thinking, I don't know, but you know what? I liked it. It felt like less. It was the perfect combination. You guys are all just
I don't believe it.
silently judging me right now.
I don't believe you.
You know what? Let me just read off a cast list here for you, and maybe this will change your mind.
This should
Nope, I doubt it.
Pretty sure I know a cast, but okay.
Hold on. Asa Butterfield, who plays Jake, the main character there.
Almost Spider-Man. That's how I refer to him now.
I could see that. Actually, looking at his photo, like his IMDb photo, it looks a lot like.
He actually played a good like Robin.
He didn't. He was just like runner-up to
Yeah.
Tom Holland.
Wow, I did not know that. Eva Green,
Fuck him.
Samuel L. Jackson,
Of course.
Judi Dench,
I see why you love it. Okay.
Rupert Everett, Allison Janney,
Don't know who that is.
Don't like Alice and Jenny. Okay.
Chris O'Dowd,
Back in. Okay.
Terrence Stamp.
Back out.
What?
Who's that?
Zod.
The original
Yeah.
Zod?
Yeah.
I like him.
Ella Purnell. Do you know her now? She was I guess she was the leading female role. I guess you could say.
Oh shit.
The floaty
yeah.
girl.
Yeah, that was Floaty Girl.
In the movie we haven't seen.
And then there's a whole bunch of the actual kids and stuff like that. Yeah,
So it's a glorious return to form for Burton.
I think so. It felt like it was an actual Burton film, which was my problem with the Alice in Wonderland movies. But this felt like it was actually him. It had, you could tell it had Burton's touch. The writing was, I thought pretty creative. How they had to go back and forth between time. It's one of those ones you actually had to think about. They didn't actually just go back in time and like explain it, or like it wasn't like beat you over the head with it. It was like you have to think like, oh, okay, if they go back, then this is where they'll be there. Like you had to think a little bit for it. And I liked that.
I think Adam might be in.
Yeah, it was.
It sounds like Prisoner of Azkaban-ish.
Oh,
They
well.
went back in time and like seeing themselves doing things. And
In a way, they don't actually go back and see themselves, but it's very similar though.
I do love in movies when they go back in time and see themselves doing something, and they're like watching themselves.
Well, you know what? Check this movie out then.
No.
Okay.
My love of that doesn't outweigh my hatred for what this movie appears to be. Tim Burton's X-Men or whatever the fuck.
The visuals I thought were good. Like there was a lot of CG to this movie, and it wasn't.
I'm in.
It wasn't.
My fave.
The CG wasn't. It was really good. All performances were great.
Great.
They were great.
Samuel L. Jackson?
Samuel L. Jackson was actually pretty funny because like it looked like they actually just told him to go and just be Samuel L. Jackson.
You don't say.
I could have sworn like 3 or 4 times he almost said "motherfucker." I swear to God.
If only he did.
It was funny. You know what? I like this movie. This
Good.
is
Well, I'm happy you are like honest. And
this is a light 4. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's high.
That's boom.
Does anyone know the Rotten Tomatoes? I'd love to
67,
compare
I
and
think.
contrast. Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's higher than I thought. Certified fresh, if I'm not
Certified
mistaken.
fresh.
All right. Well, I'm still never seen
Sorry,
it.
what? What did you say? What?
67.
Not certified fresh.
No.
70%.
Almost
Cut off
certified
one.
fresh.
Really?
Yeah, 70 is
I
the
thought it
cut
was
off.
like 65 or 60.
Certified fresh?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, good. Okay. Good.
Almost certified fresh, like I said.
Almost. It's a hair away.
Yeah. Just that 3%.
Certified fresh needs at least 70 something. Yeah.
Good.
To have the certified fresh, it can still be fresh.
Oh.
Technically, it's fresh.
It's fresh.
Not certified.
It's fresh.
It's apparently yes.
Yeah.
Do
I'll
you wanna-
take it.
Do you want to go even higher? Is this getting you hype?
Yeah, a
Good.
little bit.
Force it to a 5, dude.
No, I'm not going to force it to a 5. It wasn't a 5. Wasn't a 5.
To me, this movie just feels like Tim Burton just like going through the motions, like just
Ooh. Ouch.
doing what he knows and not
It
extending
was
anything further than that.
but not in a bad way though. This like he did what he knows,
Right.
and it wasn't a bad thing. It's hard to explain.
It's a return to form, right?
Yeah, exactly. It felt like he was going back to what he did well, which is why I think I liked it so much.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Because there were a couple
Oh, it's
of
gone down
yeah.
to 65.
Oh,
Still fresh though.
it's still fresh. I'll take it.
It's higher than our review of the week.
Yeah.
Oh, I just saw that.
15%.
Wow.
Adam, what was the last movie you saw this week?
Well, Scott, I'll tell you. Sorry, I'm
Fucking today.
I'll
will
tell
ya?
you. Hold on a sec.
I'm just stumbling because I saw the Max Steel Rotten Tomato score.
Is it higher than 10?
Let's just say it's a 0%. Anyway,
Not higher than 10?
it's a 0%.
It's 0.
Yeah, that would be lower.
Wow.
My last scene, though, was a little something like this. Carl Childers?
Get it right, man.
Anyone?
You have to good
You
start.
watched the movie.
Carl
You should know.
Childers. They don't say his last name.
Fucking
Carl Childers.
wrong.
Childers. A simple man. Hospitalized since his childhood.
A man after your own heart.
Childhood murder.
It's the worst plot synopsis ever.
I'm waiting for you to cut me off and be like, I know it.
Start from the beginning.
Alright, Carl Childers. To minute this out, I can't speak. It's too early. Carl Childers, a simple man hospitalized since his childhood murder of his mother and her lover, is released to start a new life in a small town.
Is this that?
How is no one...
Is this
Have you guys not seen...
like Billy Bob or something? What's it called? I forget.
Is this Sling Blade?
Yeah.
Well, Scott, some people called it a Kaiser Blade. I called it a Sling Blade. Mm-hmm. Sling Blade, yeah. That's...
I thought so.
It's been on my Netflix queue for way too long.
You haven't seen it?
It's daunting. It's 2.5 hours.
I thought it was like your favorite
No.
movie.
It probably could be.
Scott?
His mom.
Scott, you last
That's
seen
on my
it.
Netflix queue too.
No, someone last seen it.
No.
Ty?
That wasn't me.
None of you have seen this?
No.
Holy fuck. Are you kidding me? Okay.
I watched a 3-hour movie yesterday, so I don't have an excuse.
Ew. Written and directed by Billy Bob Thornton himself. Obviously.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Written and directed?
Written and directed.
What was this, 92?
That's what I said.
Fuck.
1996.
Like,
Mr. Billy Bob actually won the Academy Award for Best Adapted Screenplay. Pretty impressive.
Wow.
Starring Billy Bob Thornton, Dwight Yoakam, Greasy,
Hmm.
country singer, John Ritter, R.I.P., Lucas Black, small cameo by Robert Duvall,
Oh.
and no one else I care about.
Oh, okay.
I'm here to tell you guys that this movie blew me away. This is a fucking amazing movie. Can't believe you guys haven't seen it. That crushed my soul. For some reason, I always thought it was like one of Tim's favorite movies. Okay. Not the biggest Billy Bob Thornton fan. This is one of the best performances I've ever seen. He's fucking amazing in this movie. I was like, he fully transforms. He's unrecognizable with zero makeup. He just changes his face. He has that like smirk, like squinty face, nonstop. Everything about his character, he changed. The way he eats, something as small as like the way he eats. He only eats like French fries with mustard. That's like what he eats for every meal. And he just like picks up the fries like super slowly and like wipes off some of the mustard and just like eats super slowly. It's just like so subtle. I'm astonished he didn't win for this. He was nominated. I literally thought my whole life he won for this. I don't understand. It's the top. I put it up there with Heath Ledger and Daniel Day-Lewis from There Will Be Blood. It's the third best
Heath Ledger
performance
was
I've ever
in
seen.
There Will Be Blood.
Yeah, you didn't know?
They were both in it. Shit.
Obviously Heath Ledger from Dark Knight. This is literally this. Yeah, it's maybe the best performance I've ever seen. So
I'm looking up. What was it?
How's that sound?
1996.
96. Yeah. He lost to Jeffrey Rush for a movie I've never heard of. I don't remember the name. Fucking disgusting. And it's just an emotional, great movie. Like, it's kind of your classic sort of like the kid. He gets out of jail for this, like he's finally done his time for this murder he did when he was 12. Now he's like in his 40s or whatever. And he befriends this kid and starts living with him. The kid has like Lucas Black, a very young Lucas Black from Tokyo Drift, as I know him.
Drift.
Yes. And the kid's obviously having like family issues and stuff like that, and they learn to love each other. It was beautiful. Got a little misty-eyed. There's a nice emotional one-liner at the end. It's just like so beautiful. You're just like,
You like those emotional one-liners?
I love them.
I heard that somewhere.
I gotta cry. You
Yeah.
know? You gotta make me cry in your movie. It was also like the opening is amazing because Billy Bob's like basically these two journalists come in and they want to talk to him about the murder. So like his handler at this insane asylum thing for like the criminally insane or whatever, they're like he brings them into this room with these two journalists and he's telling them the story of how he like murdered his mother and her like person she was sleeping with. It was one of the most intense scenes I've ever seen. Like right off the bat, you're like, oh shit, Billy Bob has fucking transformed. And the score was amazing. It was like this beating, intense score, and they have to turn the lights down when he comes in the room. He doesn't like bright lights or whatever. So they like dim the lights and he just sits beside the lamp and just he's telling them like, oh, it gave me like chills. The score was just building like dum 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 and like zooming in on his face. I was like, holy fuck. But then right after that, that's like the beauty of this movie. It's showing like the duality of his personality because he gets released and he's just kind of like walking through town with nowhere to go, and you just like can't help but love him. Ty taking his jacket off for the listeners if you guys can hear
You guys hear it creaking and just very warm in here.
Yeah, it's not a 5 because I'm not sure how I feel about the ending. Obviously, spoiler I'm not going to say, but very, I don't know, I'm just not quite sure. It kind of dinged a little half star.
Not into it?
I don't know, I think I like it, but at the same time, like, I don't agree with that. That's pretty fucked up. Dark ending. You guys got to see this thing.
I'm in.
Please, Tim, for the love of God. So Heavy 4. Billy Bob is a gangster.
All right. Heavy 4, Sling Blade. I guess I'll bump it to the top of the queue.
Please, if you don't mind. It's only fucking best performance I've ever seen. That's all.
I'm going to jump in.
You're smiling quite a bit. Did you watch Sling Blade as well?
No.
So I'll kill myself in
No.
Did you watch Mr. Right?
No.
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 I went to a place that is comfortable for me. Foreign film.
Oh, okay.
Russian film.
Russian
film. After finding an old rifle, a young boy joins the Soviet resistance movement against the ruthless German forces and experiences the horrors of World War II. Ring a bell for anyone? Probably not. This movie's called Come and See, from 1985. Directed by Elem Klimov, starring Alexei Kravchenko and some other Russian actors who are relevant to you guys. This is an amazing movie. I just want to let you guys know. If you guys have never heard of this, this is like 1985's like Son of Saul for me,
Ooh.
Adam.
I'm in.
It's so hard to sort of describe. Basically, this kid, which I sort of said in the synopsis there, he's like drafted into this resistance movement, and it's not really a spoiler, but early on in the movie,
Dude, don't spoil World War II for me.
Spoiler.
this kid goes through the ringer. Okay, this kid, he starts off as this innocent little kid, like him and his child friend, they're like searching, they're trying to find a rifle, because in order to join the resistance they have to like have a rifle, and they're just like these innocent little kids in the beginning, like digging for like guns in like this like beach that's like strewn with like remnants of like a battle, I guess. And at the end of this movie, this kid looks like 30 years old. Like he's been through some shit. But he ends up joining this resistance, and shit doesn't go too well for them. He ends up going back to his village, and just the things that he's seen, let's just say the village got annihilated when he was gone, and there's just this kid is just in denial that everyone he knows and his entire family's whole village was just mercilessly just like murdered. And he meets up with this girl during the resistance, and that's who he goes back to his village with. And there's just this scene where he's like convinced that everyone in the village like went to this like swamp to like hide out. He's just like convinced that they like went and hid there. He's like just totally, he doesn't believe it.
How old is he?
He's probably like 16 or something in the
Okay.
movie. And there's a scene where he's just like, he just starts running to where the swamp is, and the girl knows something like fucked up happened,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like chasing after him, like crying, and then the kid doesn't even see it, but she's running behind him, like chasing him, and then she just like turns as she runs, and there's just like a giant pile of like dead bodies, like naked dead bodies, like against the back of a shed, and you're just like, there's like one shot of it, and it's just like they just keep running. It's just one of the most fucked up scenes I've ever seen in my life.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, what the fuck? And it had that kind of, like I said earlier, Adam, the like Son of Saul thing.
Oh, you mean the Heavy 4 Son of Saul?
Yes.
In 2015?
Yes.
Maybe 5 bang?
That vibe where you're just like so horrified the entire movie, because it's just a lot of that. And
Jesus Christ.
it's hard to say that I like this movie, but
Right.
it was pretty amazing. And one thing they did, they filmed it chronologically, which I found interesting. It sort of ties back into the kid and how the kid like changed completely at the end. There's a famous, I would say the one thing I knew about this movie, well, the reason I watched this movie was it's on Letterboxd. It's on the front page of the top rated movies of all time. It's like mostly 5 bangs.
Really?
Yeah. But also this one scene I saw somehow of the kid like after he had been captured later in the movie by German forces, and he's just like, the German soldiers are like posing for a photo, and they just like have a gun to his head, like, cause he's like a captive, and they're just like laughing and like putting a gun
That's
to,
like
like,
right out of Son of
to his
Saul.
head, and the guy's just like, the kid's like totally PSTD'd, like crying, like he's fucked up. I just remember seeing that scene somewhere, and that image of the kid just being held with the gun, and everyone's like posing for a photo. It's just like fucked up. There's also a really messed up scene later in the movie of just people getting it's even though it's not like Jews, it's set in Belarus, but that like Holocaust vibe of people getting like herded into a barn, and then they like basically light the barn on fire. It was pretty fucked up sequence as well. It was pretty devastating.
Shit.
Sounds amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Just that sequence alone. And one thing that really impressed me too was the cinematography. Like, there were some really long takes as well, which impressed me. Like the barn scene, there was some very long wide takes of a ton of extras, and just like really long takes. And I really appreciate that.
Large group of on-screen live extras.
Yeah.
It's a Franny sweet spot.
Of just people just like losing their shit, like fighting back, trying to like get out, but they're being forced into this barn. It was like fucking crazy.
Beautiful.
One thing which I found kind of crazy in the trivia was that apparently they use live ammo in some scenes.
Sorry?
Yeah. Like apparently the kid
Okay.
had said in an interview that like he saw like rounds that go like right over his head, like live rounds. There's a scene, I think I know what scene he was referring to, because there's a scene where they earlier on in the movie they went to Tim, what the fuck?
My stomach's grumbling.
Wow, this movie's making you hungry, eh?
They need food or whatever, the resistance, so the kid Tim, what's up?
Tim's stomach growling like a lion.
Itself.
Tim, edit this out for God's sake.
The kid and a couple other guys, they go to another, like a nearby like village where it's occupied by Germans to steal a cow to like get food. Tim, is your stomach still going?
No, I'm just laughing now.
But they're in this field. They're in this field trying to get back, and they're kind of caught in the crossfire. And there's like, what are they called? These rounds that are like extremely bright.
Oh yeah, they use that. Happens in Fury as well.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. They're like red and green.
They're
sometimes,
like red.
Yeah.
Like red
What
shots.
they're called? I forgot what they're called.
Incendiary rounds
Yeah,
or something.
tracer rounds, something like that. So you can see it.
They-
where it's going.
They use those. I have a feeling that's it.
Those
Those had to
around
be
sounds
real.
familiar. Yeah.
Like those had to be real. You can't film that. How else? Then you CG. It's 85.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
Like they had to use live rounds, and they're just like flying over their head. They're like caught in a crossfire, and like that was a pretty excellent scene as well.
Okay, you just go run, and we're gonna fire live ammunition around you.
Don't
And
jump.
I do have to say, this kid's performance was like next level. Like the shit this kid went through, like, he was probably traumatized at the end of this movie.
Has he done anything else since?
A bunch of Russian movies. It's 85. I feel like nowadays, if someone has such a performance like that, like a foreign film,
They get brought over.
like Hollywood's like, we like great performance, let's bring you over to like bit parts and like small roles in like other movies.
Yeah,
But that didn't this is 85. It didn't really happen
too bad.
back then.
Shame.
He looks kind of like Chuck Norris now. It's really weird.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Bizarre.
A Russian
Really
Chuck
weird.
Norris.
Yeah. Five Bang.
Oh!
Damn! I almost just spit taked my coffee. Like, you wait till the end to mic drop that.
Yeah.
Wow.
This movie is amazing. It feels essential. I've probably said this a couple times. Tim, what the fuck is wrong with your stomach?
Tim for the
Stop interrupting me!
Are we not audible on the mic?
Yeah.
Just yelling at Tim's stomach.
Just you
Stop
gotta-
interrupting me.
Stop grumbling.
What is that thing?
Eat something, Tim.
I'm starving actually.
No shit.
You don't say.
come and see
Fuck.
this movie. Okay, it's essential, honestly. Some movies it's like essential in that in the same way that Son of Saul is.
Or like Schindler's List, where like you don't like enjoy.
Like
it.
I don't want to rewatch this movie,
Right.
but
But you need
it
to see
feels essential. Essential cinema.
Come and see.
Come and see.
It's a weird name.
It's from a Bible passage.
That makes sense now.
Yeah. Let's move on into our review of the week.
Mm.
Let's brighten up a little bit. Stop talking about the Holocaust.
Tim's stomach.
Jesus fuck.
The Accountant, directed by Gavin O'Connor, starring Ben Affleck, Anna Kendrick, J.K. Simmons, John Bernthal, John Lithgow, Jeffrey Tambor.
Yeah.
To name a few.
Tim, how would you describe the plot of The Accountant?
Oh boy, I forgot I had to do this right.
67 weeks, Tim. 67.
I won't be doing it for about half that. The Accountant is a story about an accountant who runs the books for a lot of shady people. Some people in Tehran, some mob bosses, and etc. And his newest client causes him some trouble when the treasury starts hunting for him as well.
He's also autistic.
Yes,
That's
that's
a
a
key
major
element.
plot. He's autistic.
Yeah.
What's a tie-in for my last scene? Sling Blade.
Spoilers.
What?
You didn't tell us that your character was autistic.
Autistic?
He never brought that up.
No.
Oh yeah, he's like severely mentally like challenged. I didn't.
Okay.
Are you serious?
No.
You did not bring that up at all.
What do you think?
Is
that
he
boy-
autistic or is it
Well, yeah,
the?
I think
You think?
it's a severe mental disability.
Tim, I can still hear your stomach.
Crackers? Do you have crackers or anything like that?
I guess some saltines or something.
Just for the fans, they roast me about eating all the time, and Tim just literally asked for crackers.
Clearly, because I don't eat ever, because I'm starving right now.
Oh my god!
It's funny. I don't know where I read this or who said this, but someone else said it besides me. But they just found it funny that Ben Affleck was doing, because he's good friends with Matt Damon. He did like a mix of Good Will Hunting and Jason Bourne combined, like Math Genius.
Oh my god, you're right.
It was like Ben Affleck had to get back at Matt Damon somehow.
That's perfect.
It's
Like
like
an
hilarious.
internal joke. But Tim, how do you feel about The Accountant?
Hungry.
Hungry.
General thoughts.
Hungry.
General
Starving.
thoughts.
Yeah.
That breakfast he makes looks amazing right now. No, this is a good movie. I do have a couple issues with one subplot and like one character that like is a little convenient.
Yeah.
But besides that, I thought like the performances were pretty solid all around. Like Ben Affleck's actually really good in it. J.K. Simmons is pretty good. That was me. That was also my stomach vibrating. And I thought the action sequences were like pretty great. Some really well directed action going on in this movie. The mystery was kind of there. Again, I think it has problems with the subplot that we can get into. The subplot doesn't really need to be there. But yeah, it's good. It's a good movie. I had fun watching it.
Jump in.
Generous.
It's the subplot thing is something I liked and then I didn't like at the same time. Like, I like complex movies. Like, I like trying to work things out. And there was a twist where I remember turning to Tyler and I'm like, this is the...
Yeah. As soon as, like, I think we both turned to each other at the same time. We're like,
Like, I appreciate those, like,
Yeah.
kind of complex things.
Scott and I are very dramatic when we see movies. I don't know if you guys know that. We see something where,
Apparently.
yeah.
Barely.
I didn't actually yell like that, but
No, I did.
internally.
Yeah.
I yelled internally.
I just screamed in the theater.
But then sometimes it's like, does it need to be so complex? And also, it kind of ties in with one of my other, I guess gripes. I don't know. It's not really. The tone is a little bit like up and down. Like,
It's not consistent.
Yeah.
it's very. It wants to be this, and then it wants to be like a funny, like quirky, like
Yeah.
Ben Affleck, Anna Kendrick, like dynamic, like funny, and then
Well, she's
and it's like
hilarious.
super serious. And I don't know, like it's weird. I don't know. It's not consistent. The tone, which it wasn't like so jarring that it took that much away.
Mhm.
It's just something I'm just like, it could have been better. I feel
Yeah.
like they could have improved it somehow, but I thought in dealing with that, in dealing with sort of the plot, the writing of it, in that way, I think Gavin O'Connor was pretty good. I thought I really liked Warrior, the other film that he's done. And yeah, Ben Affleck was honestly great, I thought.
Yep.
I thought he was really good. Everyone else kind of didn't have that much to work with. They're kind of
No, they're
playing
yeah.
pretty simple. Like there wasn't much to them, to the characters, but I thought everyone was solid. So, but overall, I liked it.
Mm.
I can't really say too much negative besides that.
Well, I'll jump in.
Yeah.
I thought performances were great with what they had. Obviously, Ben Affleck was awesome. John Bernthal, though, I thought like his little quirks, his little things he did, like where he laughed first of all, like was insanely crazy. Like
It's good, yeah.
like he just
like
I feel like he was like, because we've seen him in like I've seen him in Walking Dead, I've seen him in Daredevil, so like this as Punisher, this seemed like a totally different person. Like he looked the same, but like his total personality,
Wolf of Wall Street.
I haven't seen that, not yet.
Fury.
You guys knew this. You knew
What?
this. You knew this.
So
The fuck?
you haven't. Okay, I'm not. I never ask why with Tyler.
Don't ask why. Never.
What
I
the
can't
fuck?
explain.
No, you haven't. I know. You
So he felt like it felt like a totally different. Like I've never seen him do this before. I'm assuming he has, based on your reactions. But I thought he was great. I like the chemistry between Anna Kendrick and Ben Affleck was pretty good. I think their on-screen time was pretty good. I think Franny has some disagreements apparently.
Well,
Okay.
I have some things to say about that.
at the same time, he is like highly autistic, so like his chemistry with any character is like a little bit off because he can't quite connect with them properly.
No, I get that, but I think like acting
I'll buy
wise,
that, I guess.
I thought they worked well together.
No, but I
Okay, well,
I think Anna Kendrick was okay. I feel like she was miscast.
Yeah,
Really?
Her. Sorry,
no, I
I feel like that role was miscast with Anna Kendrick.
toss Emily Blunt in there. You gotta hit her.
Emily Blunt.
Yeah. Boom.
Couldn't afford her.
Movie solved.
It just maybe it's the whole accountant thing. Like Anna Kendrick looks like 18, and yet she's like the accountant for this massive company, like international. Like I don't know. It just for some reason I didn't really buy her. In the
If
role.
she was cast as say like an assistant, would you have a better? You'd be okay
She's
with
very
that?
assistant-y.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
So it wasn't Anna
was it
Kendrick.
just me? I don't know.
I didn't have a problem with it. You could tell like her character had the smarts because she went through and explained how she went to what was this? She went to an Ivy League school. I can't remember what it was, but she studied art history. Like she was smart, but it was just you like you felt like she didn't belong there, like actress wise, like just the way she was cast.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you're wrong because she's amazing in every way, but that's my unbiased opinion. What was it the end? The end for me. I didn't get enough of a. I didn't feel like I didn't get like the. I think I was cheated at the end. Like the payoff wasn't.
That was one thing I did want to mention also.
I feel like
It felt unresolved.
Yeah, I felt like there was no ending.
Not
to
in
it.
a
Like,
good way. Sometimes I do like ambiguity.
Yeah, but this was just not done well.
This just felt unresolved.
Yeah.
Like, guys, end the movie.
Yeah. What is there a
You'll
second
just
part?
fucking end there.
I don't get it.
No resolution.
Did not like that at all.
Unless they're setting up for the account too.
Yeah. Oh.
As my mom would say. I saw this with my mom.
What does your mom
And
say?
did she say that?
Oh, number 2.
Oh, okay.
I was like, ugh.
But yeah, no, I did enjoy it.
Well, allow me.
Adam sounds like he's absolutely disgusted by this
Yeah,
movie.
you sound like this is like a
No,
I'll
no.
keep chiming in with uggs.
And I didn't. I don't. Well, I don't think I liked it as much as you guys. You guys sound pretty positive. I didn't like Anna Kendrick. That's why I was like groaning. I just don't like Anna Kendrick.
Well, you can eat shit and die because she's amazing.
It's harsh.
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think she was good. I guess I buy what Tim's saying about how he is autistic, so obviously it's gonna be awkward, their interactions. So I was like, ew, they have the chemistry of like two fucking bricks. This is like this is very flat.
That's so mean.
But I don't
That's-
know. That sounds like
Again,
an
he's
excuse,
playing an
though.
autistic man. Like, it's... I felt like
I get that.
that
but,
was
like,
done well.
Yeah, I thought it was just
Realistically.
bad writing. Because, like, I feel like when they first met, he's obviously super awkward, but then it's like they kind of break their rule of him being awkward. He's just kind of, like, normal for the rest of the time they were talking.
No, I think
I
the
don't
only
agree
scene that
with
they were
that.
normal in was when he figured it all out.
In the trailer? Or in the hotel room?
No, in the office when he's like really hype about the numbers that he found. He's like, "Yeah, explain this," and then he's like smiling, laughing with her. So he's actually like in his zone.
Yeah.
But then when he's not doing like his accounting stuff, he's like pretty awkward with her.
Well, overall, I thought it was okay. I didn't love it, didn't hate it. It felt like... just felt kind of generic for me. It felt like I'm like, what? Ben Affleck like stooped to this? It felt like Taken or something.
It did feel like this
Felt
was
like
supposed
Ben
to
Affleck's
be
Taken.
better than it was. Like they
Yeah.
did market this to be like an amazing
I don't know
film.
if Gavin
It was
O'Connor did a
good.
good job.
It was really good, but like it seemed like this was like hyped to be amazing.
It's definitely a step down from Warrior for me.
Me too. Like, I was just thinking about Warrior. I was like, fuck, this is sick. Like, he did Warrior. This is gonna be like underrated movie, but it was like it wasn't. Like 51% of Rotten Tomatoes. That seems very fair.
That seemed low when I
Yeah,
saw
that
it,
seems really
honestly.
low.
I was like,
After you
at
saw the
least
movie,
60. Like, 50 seems... I don't know.
I guess it's
Doesn't
polarizing.
seem-
I don't know. I thought it was way too long. Like 2 hours and 10 minutes. I thought it could have been 90 minutes, and it would have been way better because all the meat would have been there. They should have trimmed the fat. I hated how long it took to get the ball rolling. I noticed 45 minutes in before like that first action set piece, and I was like, this was much needed. Because like, I don't know, it was just, I didn't care about like any of the characters. Like the black girl, J.K. Simmons, like hunting him. I was like, oh god, please like cut this out, like make this more interesting. This is so generic.
They definitely could have cut that thread out
I hated that.
completely.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
that's
I
the
thought you were
subplot.
going to disagree.
That's the
Okay,
subplot movie.
okay.
You don't need those two characters in this movie.
Thank you so much.
And then you can focus more on the other characters, like
That's
John
what I mean. If they
Bernthal.
cut them out, 90
They literally
minutes.
have no impact on the story. Like if you take them out, the story doesn't change.
And I was waiting for them to impact it somehow.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, you didn't waste my time this whole fucking movie and not impact it.
And that
No.
ties into what I said, like, unresolved. Like,
Yeah.
nothing, there was no tie-in.
Yeah.
No ties tie-in.
No ties tying.
There was no connection. And it just felt, once the end happened, I'm like, wait, why did that exist? Why did that subplot exist? It just...
I'm
literally
realizing
It's
nothing.
now.
just for like one reason we can explain it with
Right.
spoilers.
I thought the performances
Even then, not
were
really.
good, other than Anna Kendrick. I love J.K. He was good.
Yeah,
That
always
emotional scene, very nice. And that's a Borat impression.
I got
for
that.
the layman.
Throwback.
Way back, playback. I thought Affleck was good. I love Ben Affleck. Thought it was hilarious that he was doing the Solomon Grundy rhyme because he's Batman. So that's pretty great.
I noticed that too. I'm like,
yeah,
Batman tie-in, anyone?
Yeah.
right. And obviously
Him and Commissioner Gordon.
That's fine.
Anna Kendrick, Squirrel Girl.
What the fuck?
Nope.
Okay.
Uh,
I'll just be over here.
She is squirrely, but I thought I sound like I hated it. I did find it entertaining once we got through that first 40 minutes and like that scene at the ranch where he just goes straight fucking angry dad on that guy with the belt. I was like, oh damn.
I
the
laughed,
guy's
I laughed
reaction.
hard when he pulled his belt off. I'm like,
Doesn't the goon guy say like, what the fuck?
That's
That's so perfect.
He just whips him with it.
Yeah, and when he fucking
Oh yeah.
I'll say when he strangled him, just I was loving it. That rage face, Affleck's like, I was like, damn, that's Batfleck right there. Yeah, the big twist at the end, I didn't see it coming, but I was just like, oh, Okay.
Yeah, it did catch me off guard, but when it happened, I was like, okay.
This
No, there's a
seems-
couple twists at the end. What are you talking about? The very, very end?
No,
Like last
with
scene?
the
How
character.
do we not
Okay.
spoil? Connection to
Between
another
the two
character?
characters.
Yeah. Okay.
I was just like, okay, that's like let's spice this up with like the most like obvious twist we could think of or something.
But
You know,
why don't we
very
give our
convenient.
rating and then we can discuss
Explore that.
spoilers.
I'll give it a 3. Entertaining, but had some flaws. Should have cut out like half an hour.
Yeah, I'll go with the 3. 3 out of 5. Seems fair for the accountant for me.
Yeah. That seems kind of high for you, Adam, because I was going to go 3.
Yeah, I'm astonished you guys are going with 3, and
Yeah.
you sound like you liked it way more.
Oh, look at.
It's good. It's about
I
better.
feel like we're all on the same page here. Like, it was maybe Tyler like.
Scott, this is a 5. Like, no.
Kendrick Lamar.
Holy shit!
I think Adams almost broke his neck by
I
how quickly he
did.
turned around.
I
I'm
whiplash.
playing on like 3, heavy 3.
Fuck right off. You said it was like really good the entire time, and you're gonna give it a 3, the same as me.
It has its flaws I want to get into.
What I was gonna say is
Podcast,
like
this is it.
we all kind of like this movie is okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard for me because, like I said, the first 45 minutes, I was like wanting to kill myself. To be honest with you, I was like, this is so boring. But then that last hour, I was like, wow, this is pretty good. But I'm not just gonna like forget. Like, if I go to rewatch it, I'm gonna be like, oh, just fast forward the first almost hour. That's insane, right?
It's Deer Hunter for me. We'll talk about that later. Let's get into spoilers. Let's discuss that twist that we were just talking about.
My boy
So skip
Brian.
ahead if you don't want to be spoiled. Ben Affleck and John Bernthal turn out to be brothers.
Spoiler twist. M. Night twist.
The problem, I mean, the twist didn't have that much of an impact. I mean, it was shocking, I guess. Like, I didn't see it coming.
No. I didn't
No, I
either.
didn't see it coming.
And it was
But-
weird
but
because,
he-
like, all the flashbacks kept showing me, like, the other brother. I'm like, this guy's got to be in this movie somewhere.
Where's the brother?
I never clicked that it was John Bernthal for whatever reason.
Me neither. Yeah.
But it didn't really have that, I feel like, that impact to, like, the story that
No.
it should. Like, what is that? How does it propel it forward?
That's the thing, it doesn't. It doesn't move the story forward at all because after, like, meant nothing before, then you found out, and then it meant nothing after.
It was just kind of a cool moment
Yeah.
where, like, Ben Affleck, he's, like, injured. He's going to, like, fight John Bernthal or something. You expecting this, like, fight?
Batman vs. Punisher.
With Squirrel Girl.
No.
Damn it.
And yeah, they kind of did a little bit. And then, but still, like, it was a twist on, like, they're supposed to fight. And then they're like, we're brothers. We can't, like, kill each other.
And that's
Interesting in the moment, but then how does that propel, like, the plot?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
And that's what
So
this movie is.
that's-
It's just like, let's do something cool instead of let's actually like do something that affects the story. Just like, no man, it'd be cool if they were brothers. Like,
Right.
Oh, cool. Like it doesn't. But what does that mean?
It doesn't
I thought it was
impact
pretty cool.
anything. Like, they're gonna meet, like, next week or something for coffee. Like,
Yeah.
that's it.
We should
That's
do
that's how it
something.
propels the
Name the
plot.
place.
And that's it.
I want to say I didn't love Bernthal in this movie.
No?
I love him. He's one of my favorite character actors. Like I love
Really?
him.
I loved him in this.
What?
Yeah,
What
very
do you
good.
mean?
He was good.
I
Fucking.
don't know. He wasn't up to
Furious.
snuff for me. He was just so normal. Like I thought he was robbed of an Oscar nomination for Fury.
Mm.
I thought he was great in Wolf of Wall Street. He's the reason I stopped watching Walking Dead is because he left. Like I just think he's incredible. So I don't know. I thought he was just and I love him as Punisher. He was just like totally normal, like douchey, like we're at a fucking lemon meringue pie. I was like, what the fuck? I think it was the writing. I don't think he was given much to work with, to be fair.
Let's talk about. I know Tim mentioned it earlier, but the J.K. Simmons. He said there's a scene where he just, like, says a whole bunch of things. Were you talking about that earlier?
Yeah. Well, his whole subplot and
Right.
the girls doesn't have to be in the movie
Right.
because they don't impact. The only reason they exist is so that he can hand off his job to her as like the liaison with this robot lady, the computer. That's the only reason she exists, and the only reason that exists is no reason at all. Like
when you start thinking and start following the threads,
yeah, like
of where that leads, it's pointless.
yeah, it's pointless.
Well, that's what's crazy. Like, our complaints would be like the story, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the writing.
Yeah.
This script was on the 2011 Blacklist script top 10 like unproduced scripts of that year, and it was like the most liked.
I'm assuming it's probably been edited since then though,
It's,
because it seems a little messy.
I hope, because
It's just
it's a mess.
like those two characters make no impact to the story at all.
I feel like there were too many
So happy you guys
subplots. Like
agree.
there was so many of them.
Yeah.
It just
But like
that might have been his downfall.
Yeah, the twist though of like the JK's connection with the other like autistic girl, who's like the I don't know the oracle of Ben Affleck, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
The Oracle.
Like, you know,
She's Alfred.
no,
So,
what's her name?
Okay.
She's just the Oracle.
No, but her actual
Oh, no idea.
Gordon,
Barbara Gordon?
Barbara Gordon.
Yeah.
She's like,
This is just a Batman movie,
It
basically.
is. She's
Anna
basically
Kendrick's
Barbara Gordon.
Robin, Karen Kelly.
but like the reason.
Or Squirrel.
So he has, like you said, a liaison, I guess, like a connection
Yeah.
to this girl, and then he's passing that connection off to Medina, the girl or whatever.
But
But why? Like, what does that? Why?
Yeah.
What point does this have?
Yeah.
And like the twist that it's that autistic girl that we meet in the earlier in the movie. While it has that similar moment to where Ben Affleck and Jon Bernthal are brothers, but like it doesn't. What does that do?
Yeah.
It's just like an interesting like
That's interesting. And then
okay that's
Oh.
wow. Why
Cool.
do I care?
Yeah.
Right?
The C word.
It has that
Cool.
same. It has that same impact.
yeah,
Oh, cool.
I would have cut out the whole J.K. Simmons
Totally.
in her scene and then make it so that Ben Affleck realizes that Jon Bernthal is his brother like earlier in the movie, and he's like struggling with like, I've been assigned this task and I
Yeah.
love finishing tasks.
Fucking.
What?
Why didn't you write
My
this movie, Tim?
I think it's time you fucking became a
I
screenwriter.
think, right?
Because
Because he mentions that how he always has to finish his tasks. I'm like, well, you've been assigned this task, and now you're
I
like,
never thought of that. Could you
your
imagine?
task is going to end with killing your brother. I don't know about
He's
that.
like
Because if you
fighting his
cut it-
OCD.
Yeah,
If you cut out that thread, then you can focus more on the characters that are more relevant to the central plot, and why that's so much better in my opinion. I don't know.
Well, apparently, our opinion means shit. We're not in Hollywood, so.
You could focus
What
more
could
on
have been?
Tambor's character, Jeffrey Tambor's character.
Also, J.K. knew a lot about Ben Affleck. Like,
yeah.
What do you?
why did he hire this like Medina girl to help him like figure out who this character is when he knows like everything about
Why
him?
hasn't he already figured it out?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, his name is this.
Yeah,
He was in
yeah.
prison for
What the
this.
fuck?
He has a army record, etc. He hit a guy with like a fucking like thing in the head. Like he knows that. He's like, yeah, he hit him with a thermos. Like you know that much detail, but you can't find him. Like it's bizarre.
Another thought I had during the movie was, I could have fucking done this detective work.
Yeah,
It's
hard.
just like she just like
She literally
Googled stuff.
She literally just connect the dots.
yeah. Google
Like-
famous mathematicians.
Yeah.
It just seems crazy to me that JK needed this girl to finish it for him. Like, come on, bro.
Maybe he was just.
You could have done this. The work that she did, she
Yeah.
barely did anything. and
It's
she
not like he's
figured it out.
retiring in a week. He said I'm retiring in 7 months. I'm like, you have plenty of time to finish that guy.
You just stay late one night and you'll figure this out.
You just don't need her. I don't know. Like, it should have been solved like years ago. Like, you don't. I don't know. Just
Tim,
a minor gripe.
I just read in the trivia that, like I said, this has been trying to be made since 2011. At one point, Coen Bros were directing this. How fucked is that?
That'd been great.
Timmy's favorite.
This actually seems like a good fit for them.
like in their
The
hands,
style.
imagine? Yeah.
The tone would have been.
With Mel Gibson starring.
Oh, I'm out.
Weird.
Fucking weird. 2011 Mel Gibson.
Can you imagine Mel Gibson playing an autistic man?
Well, yeah. I can actually.
Like,
That's maybe. Well, maybe if they just tweaked it to like psychotic or something.
yeah, like psychotic, anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
autism.
This movie is getting a lot of praise for its portrayal of autism, I will say. Apparently, I mean, I don't have much experience with autism, personally.
Oh, you're not. Sorry, I bet.
I'm not a savant. But it is getting a lot of praise for its accurate portrayal of autism.
It's actually very accurate. My mom is an autism therapist, so and we actually have autism in our family. So it's like I've seen this forever. And Ben Affleck was pretty good. Like
He didn't overdo it.
yeah, he didn't like go crazy with it.
Like the way he dealt
He didn't go sling
with
blade.
everything, like when he goes home and like plays like metal and
Oh,
like, with the
yeah,
strobe
that
light
was
and like
That was
hurts himself.
That's like accurate. The other thing is like the kid who played young Ben Affleck was really good. Like he was very accurate as well.
Really?
The only person who wasn't was the little girl from the beginning.
She was rough.
It was. I think you can just attribute that to her just being a younger actress playing something that's difficult to portray. But she was. I think she was like the only one that wasn't as accurate as.
Really?
Yeah, but like everyone else was like they were really good. Like Ben Affleck's like freaking out when the numbers were like gone. That's like
Yeah.
like it would like yeah he did well.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Would you say?
I do believe Gavin O'Connor has an autistic child, if I remember
Really?
correctly,
So that makes sense then.
and that
I could see
maybe adds to
It was
the
like a
way he
passion
treated
project
it.
or
Yeah,
something?
No.
which I can appreciate. But is there anything else we want to mention before we move on here?
No.
The John Lithgow story. I was really happy when
Yeah,
it
actually,
was
thank you.
when it was just like I was like I kind of wanted to care more about this. Like I wanted to find out what was going on, like why the numbers didn't add up, what was actually happening. If John Lithgow was the one stealing from the company, why did the other guy get shot? I was kind of confused about that.
Yeah.
Do
Do you know why though?
No, I still don't get it.
It's because there is no fucking.
There is one. Okay, because I didn't
poorly made movie.
get that at all. Why is John Bernthal killing? Like maybe
Like,
this guy knew that John Lithgow was stealing.
I should know why.
So
John
that was it. Never mind. I just figured it out.
What was it?
John Lithgow knew that guy had figured it out, so that's why he hired John Bernthal to kill him.
Yeah.
Never mind. I just got it. Feel
Why?
better. I feel a lot better now.
I don't
I'm surprised
care,
no one has mentioned this yet. John Lithgow getting fucking shot.
Yeah, that's where I was going with it. Like I
literally don't care. Like he just walks in, like, "Hey, what's going on here?"
What did he
don't
say?
you know what it's like to be made whole again? It's like, yes, I do, and he just shot him in the face.
I can't believe you remember that. It like glazed over me. I'm like, "Oh, Lithgow's dead." Fucking.
Oh, there goes the-
I thought that made for a pretty funny moment.
It
I'm
was
not gonna
like,
lie.
no.
Well, it's just like this
Okay.
entire subplot was supposed to be like what felt like the plot of the movie. You know, him like figuring out like this was his task to figure out what was wrong with the books of this company, and then all of a sudden, like the end, it was just like, no, shut up,
Yeah.
It was pretty like
done.
not. I don't mean like funny, like that it's done like, like well,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
like it was just like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Well, John's
Like,
dead now.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I
You're just
like
gonna shoot him in the face?
the ruthlessness of Affleck. Just.
He didn't even look at him.
I was laughing out loud, like not just in that scene, I mean throughout the movie, when that one goon like peeks out the door and just gets popped in that face. Affleck's like, and just like keeps moving. Just the way he was just like so ruthless.
Like, what did you say?
Clinical.
You ever see
Yeah.
like a fast speeding bullet coming towards your face, and then he falls down? No one ever does.
I do love that
Savage.
he actually like made sure people were dead.
Yeah,
I
like
shot him
a lot
like
of
3
movies,
times in the head.
double
He's
tapping.
like, I'm gonna make sure these guys are dead, and just like double tap each person in
Brutal.
the face. I'm like,
He didn't even double tap. He like quadruple tap.
Yeah.
He'd like shoot him in the chest and then shoot him in the head like 3 times.
Well,
It's like-
let's make sure.
It's a little bit overkill.
Ben Affleck is very
It's
thorough.
OCD, man.
I'll chalk it up to that, to the autism.
That was the most entertaining shit for me. Just the brutal kills and action.
smashes that dude through the sink.
The sink.
Yeah, it's-
Shades of Casino Royale, if I
Yeah.
do say so myself.
yes.
Shades of Crimson Peak.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes.
Little Jim Beaver's face no longer being there. Oh.
I'm surprised you remember his name.
Yeah.
Now that's shocking.
That's the guy's name from Crimson Peak. The dad.
The dad who got his face.
Wow, that's a deep hole.
You're an autistic savant.
You're a savant. Let's move on, guys, into our news topics. I only got a couple this week. But we do have a... Ty's just blowing the dust off his fingers right now. We do have a new trailer for Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. Trailer number 2, I guess. The third trailer we've seen besides the teaser. Technically the second full-length trailer. Adam, what are your thoughts on the Rogue One trailer? Did you need to see this? Does it make you hype? Does it make you more hype than you were before?
My thoughts, eh? Well, Scott, Rogue One, a lot of controversy with the reshoots and whatnot. A lot of people are worried. Preemptive 5 bang.
Obviously, you're not one of those people.
It's a 5. It's a 5. If these trailers have lied, then fucking show me the man who made them, because he is the most talented trailer cutter of all time.
Right.
If this movie's shit, I'll kill myself live on the air.
You guys heard it here, folks.
There's no way. It's a fucking preemptive 5. It looks amazing. I don't know what more I can say than I've already said. It looks like Force Awakens level of care went into this movie. I thought it was going to be some like cheap spin-off with like half the budget. Maybe it is half the budget. I can't tell. It's all practical effects. It looks like fucking real robots. I don't know what CGI was not. It looks like the best movie of all time.
I was
in.
having a meltdown.
I'm just telling you, you're talking about Pirates of the Caribbean, like you're just going off right now.
Yeah, I can't believe my fucking eyes.
Honestly,
And I'll fight you if you disagree.
Love it. Love the passion. Going into watching this trailer, I was like,
I'm sorry.
Did they really need to release another trailer? Did we need to see this?
No. But guess what?
And yet, most of this footage I feel is new footage in this full-length trailer.
Did it spoil anything?
A little bit of plot.
It changed things.
A little bit
What do you
more
mean?
plot.
It kind of put it in. It didn't spoil anything, but like I feel like this trailer plays out in order of events.
Like
More so
now
than
we
the other
know.
trailer.
Fucking mouth.
But besides that, like I think like
It doesn't take away.
yeah, it doesn't take away. But like this is probably like the order of things. Like this is how the movie probably plays out in this order.
Come on, before Adam
But
goes
besides
insane,
that,
It's too late.
we're all very excited to see this. Don't
The teaser and the first trailer were just they were more teases. You got certain shots, certain scenes, but all jumbled up, and it was sort of like a sizzle reel more. This this is more
You got
plot wise.
You got a plot outline.
You get some background with
I didn't learn
Mads
anything.
Mikkelsen, how his character ties in, and the thread
I read
of
that.
where certain things might come together as far as the plot goes. It sort of made more sense in this trailer.
like we find out that she's just not like randomly picked to help out with this. Like there's a reason why they've chosen her
Right.
to help out,
Yeah. There's a reason.
which is nice. I thought
But-
it'd be like one of those convenient things where like, oh, you
I already
happen
knew
to
that,
be
though.
this guy's daughter.
It was confirming things that we already knew
Yeah.
sort of as a rumor or maybe word had been confirmed. But
It's the best trailer of all time. You guys agree?
it looks amazing. Like it doesn't change my thoughts. This maybe I didn't say previously, but this I'm with you. It's like a preemptive 5 bang. Like it still looks amazing. I didn't think I needed to see this to reconfirm that, but it did.
It was
and
nice.
and seeing Vader, I would be remiss.
That shot is terrifying.
terrifying.
I
Like Vader just like borderline
You
running
physically
at
step back.
I couldn't help myself. I literally couldn't help myself. I was like, I was literally taken aback. I was like, oh, Vader! I can't help
we didn't need to
myself.
see him, but yet
Hey,
It was
the
nice.
little tease was nice.
did
Yeah.
I need to see him? No, but fuck. It was great.
Tyler, what are your thoughts?
Looks like shit.
you. Looks like shit, guys. I don't know what you guys are. We
Reshot
watched the
half
same
the
trailer.
movie.
No
I
Anna
know.
Kendrick. You're
No
out.
Anna Kendrick. I'm fucking out.
No
This is
Squirrel
it.
Girl.
No Anna Kendrick. No Sam Rockwell. What the fuck? This again. I'll agree. I don't want to go as far as say preemptive 5 bang, just because I'm a little more
Get the
weary.
fuck off the show,
Okay, I'm gonna go leave. But this looks amazing. Like there is, it is potential 5 bang.
Whatever.
Potential. I think you mean confirmed.
Um,
I'm letterboxing it right now.
This was cool because it was like we saw new shots. We saw, like you guys said, like an actual story outline. It's nice knowing like how Mads is gonna kind of fit into this now. Adam, very excited.
Shit eating grin when I saw
Yeah,
that.
trying to hide that boner.
I can't.
It's
hide it.
there.
It's steel.
Just
Rock solid.
it's kind of cool. Like it's like kind of like tying it all. We didn't need this, but it was
Yeah.
awesome.
I didn't want to watch it going in, but I'm happy I did. Like it's changed my
It wasn't.
life.
It didn't ruin anything. That was it. Like it gave a lot, but didn't
it
ruin
revealed
anything.
some plot outline basically, but yet it still didn't reveal a lot.
Have I made myself clear how crushed I'll be if this is bad? If this is like Suicide Squad mode that they.
What if it's just okay?
I'll kill myself.
This,
So you're
if
expecting
this
great.
is anything less than a 5 bang.
Quite literally, yeah. If it's anything less than a 5 bang, I'll kill
You
myself.
have anything else to say, Tim? I know you briefly mentioned some things, but
Looks amazing. Preemptive eye bang. We get some dialogue from our boy Ben Mendy.
Oh,
He sounds scary.
Yeah.
I think they made this movie for me. Actually, Mads Mikkelsen, Ben Mendelzini,
Yeah.
my boy.
they honestly, they're the two guys that make me super excited.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm so hyped.
Like Ben Mendelsohn, I'm trying to remember the line he says, but
Something about power.
Yeah.
Just like
the way he says it,
Yeah.
oh man,
Even just his face when he's lined up in that field, staring at Mads Mikkelsen, I'm like, oh my God! Like
It didn't even look like Ben Mendelsohn to me. Like just the way he was, like the way he was, like the
way
way
he
he
carries
said it and
himself?
carried himself.
he
It's
usually
like,
plays like a schlub.
yeah, this he was like a
He's like
empowered
assertive.
officer. Like, he was just like, wow.
I'm shaking.
yeah, this time he's not stealing money from his wife's like sock drawer, a la Mississippi Grind.
We don't know that. He could be stealing money from his wife's sock drawer.
I don't think he needs to.
Oh God,
Let's move on into our last news
I
topic.
can't.
It's not a trailer. We've been reviewing.
My,
Apparently, we just can't record in the morning
my
because
stomach's growling now.
For those who can't hear it, my stomach was growling earlier, and then it moved on to Ty, who sits next to me, and now it's moved on to Adam.
who's sitting next to
Yes,
Ty,
I'm next.
and then Scott.
Yes.
I'm hungry for Rogue One.
But yeah, we usually talk about trailers. This is a little different. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, film that's coming out later this year,
Oh,
next month, couple weeks actually.
Is it that soon?
It's
Yeah.
yeah,
Couple weeks. I'm not ready for this.
Yeah, right.
it's like middle of November basically, maybe 3 weeks, 3-4 weeks.
Fuck.
It's been announced. It is now a 5-film franchise.
now
Previously announced to be a trilogy, first part of a trilogy.
question.
Now 5 films. Tim.
I don't know if this is known yet. Is it 5 films all about Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, or is it 5 films that all take place in this time period?
It's probably a
Unspecified?
continuation of those same characters.
Okay, don't care. I'm out.
What?
That's way too many.
What? Don't judge it.
I'm judging it. That's too many.
Did you like the Harry
Okay.
Potter films?
Don't judge.
Let
it.
me.
Yeah,
Don't
because
give your
like these
opinion.
characters.
Yeah.
I don't know any of these
I've been
characters.
tainted by this article I read about this situation.
Explain. Give me all the details before I give my thoughts.
So here's what might change your opinion. J.K. Rowling is writing them.
All 5.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
How can you even greenlight 5 movies? Okay, sorry.
This is J.K. Rowling.
So that in itself, I feel like changes things. It's not like Warner Bros. Is like
Just using her.
5 movies, like spin-off of Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling is writing these movies.
Okay.
And I feel like, again, I'm tainted by this article that brought this point up. What if J.K. Rowling announced that she was writing 5 Harry Potter books, spin-off books? How would that change your thoughts on it? Everyone's in, right?
Yeah.
Let's be honest. J.K. Rowling is writing
I'd be in,
5 Harry
obviously.
Potter spin-off movies?
You'd be crazy not to be in.
How does that really change things? So, for me, while initially skeptical, if it's all written by J.K. Rowling,
What's the difference?
I can't not say I'm in.
Can I jump in?
Yeah.
If they do it like Star Wars and do like Harry Potter anthology, 5 different stories, I would be more excited about that. I don't want Newt Scamander's fucking 5-part 12, 15-year franchise. Like, I don't want that.
Thank you.
I want, like, Star Wars is doing it, like Rogue One and then a Han Solo movie. Like, you know what I mean? I want to mix it up.
Yeah, if it's 5 movies that take place in like this time period, like the 20s and 30s, like early Wizard days, I'm in.
Or not. I don't even if
But-
they jump all over the timeline. I'll take 5 different things.
I feel like Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is like its own contained story. I don't feel like it's going to be like part 1 to 5 of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I
So
feel
you
like
agree.
I agree, but I feel like they won't like do a completely different characters, right? Each movie, like Newt Scamander is gonna continue, obviously, right? Some other characters.
So?
I'm blanking on her name, but the girl that's been in a bunch of things. She's starring in Prometheus or Alien Covenant.
Yeah, I don't know. her name.
Catherine Waterston, I think.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Like her character, like maybe Ezra Miller's character. Well, we haven't seen much. I feel like he's gonna have a bigger part than we know.
He's in this?
Yes.
Fuck off. You didn't know
I
that?
did not know that. I'm
He has his
in.
own
He has
poster.
an amazing like bowl cut. It's like epic.
Yeah, I'm hyped. John Boyd.
He's clearly like a villain.
I think John
They
Boyd.
haven't really revealed.
Yeah, he's in this. You didn't know that?
I did not know that.
Ron Perlman, John Boyd,
Ron Perlman?
Colin Farrell. Yeah.
I knew Colin Farrell.
Colin, I feel like Colin Farrell and Ezra Miller are like the.
Colin Farrell looks
villains.
amazing. in this.
They're clearly the villains. I don't know. If
Oh yeah, he does look. He's like Ministry villain.
They need to.
But like you don't. What I'm trying to say is you don't get these actors and then do an anthology where they just do like one film. Like it just seems a waste.
But what if that's why they agreed? Because they only have to do one film. You know,
I
the
don't
big stars,
think they would. I don't think they would.
Big stars don't like signing up for like 10 movies.
Okay,
Think-
you got
okay,
Ray
think of
Fiennes,
Ezra
Gary
Miller.
Oldman, fucking Alan Rickman. All these guys, huge actors, all signed on for multiple.
Ezra
Harry
Miller
Potter
was
movies.
literally coming when he to like join this franchise. I don't know if you did. You guys know
Ezra
that?
Miller, yeah. I
But,
can
like-
imagine. But like a veteran.
Why wouldn't they want to join this franchise?
Well, I think I wouldn't mind if they did the Fantastic Beasts trilogy, but again, like Star Wars, in between each trilogy movie, have a spin-off. Like in between 1 and 2, have a spin-off. In between 2 and 3, have a spin-off, and that makes the 5 movies.
So like 1A, 2B, 3. Like
Yeah, like I wouldn't mind that. But honestly, yeah, like I think it'd be cool if they did each was like a one-off.
I think it's kind of that.
But I hear what you're saying.
I think they're going for the Mad Max sort of method of they're going to have a couple characters being the thread between these movies, but have their own be their own stories. I feel like you don't have to continue it.
Because I read a producer said the sequel is when it got greenlit a while back. He said it's going to be dramatically different.
Yeah.
is Michael? I can't recall. Is Michael Gambon cast in this at all?
No.
Who's that? Dumbledore?
Yeah, I heard rumors that he was
A
somehow.
young Dumbledore.
Well,
heard that he was somehow
there's
tied
lots
to
of
this.
potential. So young Dumbledore could appear.
Yeah.
Because he is alive.
Hagrid.
Also Grindelwald.
Yeah.
He was mentioned in the trailer.
Who's that?
Who's the like?
The thief.
He shows up in Deathly Hallows.
He's like Voldemort before
This is
Voldemort.
Jamie
He's
Campbell
like the
Bower's character from the last one.
Voldemort's
anyways.
rival
He's like a
/ lover.
famous like kind of like villain wizard, like bad guy wizard thief.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they mention his like attacks in the trailer.
Okay.
So like there's potential for like Grindelwald stories, Dumbledore,
Which I hope
and
they
exploring more of America
Yeah.
and other parts of the world and magic and that sort of thing. Which in Harry Potter, obviously, we got the Hogwarts perspective, right?
It's right.
I think it's interesting,
It's
And-
right for a shared universe.
and to have J.K. Rowling oversee this and have it be her, like she's writing, she is the only one. Like they'll give her notes,
If she wasn't involved, I'd be a lot more skeptical.
right?
I'd be like, ew, they just like want money. But the fact that she actually like wants to do this is pretty exciting.
I am a little bit wary though because I felt similar at this stage to the Hobbit movies.
Oh fuck!
Like, so the
Don't
Hobbit,
bring those up.
the Hobbit's like one, but think about it, right?
Never heard of
Lord of
it.
the Rings universe, okay, get the Hobbit. I'm like fucking losing it. I'm loving it, right? They're doing a Hobbit movie, amazing, right? Oh, we're gonna make it 2 movies. Okay, that's cool. 3.
We're gonna
movies.
make it 3 movies, and
And I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna take all the like appendix stuff, what happens in between, you know, the White
I
Council,
was into.
the Sauron stuff. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Give me more. Give me more Lord of the Rings.
As Britney Spears would say,
Yeah.
give me more.
But then they added all this stuff with what's his name?
Radagast, the
Albert?
Brown?
No, the like the assistant to Lake Town.
Oh fuck!
They added so much more of him and all the extra shit I don't want.
Yeah,
Luke
Wormtongue
Evans.
Light.
Yeah,
I call him shit Wormtongue.
right. So they added more shit that I didn't want to see, just to fill in the gaps. So like, I hope it doesn't have the Hobbit effect where
Fuck.
they
The Hobbit effect.
You
That's
just
good.
totally like killed my excitement. You're right. Well, it's a little different.
It's hard for me to fully commit to yes, I'm in.
But they're not like we have one book and we're gonna make 5 movies out of it.
Right.
They are coming up with
It's
it.
JK's writing it all, so I'm optimistic.
I'd like to see some different directors get in this Harry Potter sandbox also, other than this guy's on the last fucking like 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David Yates.
Like if they are doing like anthology, like different
switch it up.
stories, it'd be sick. Like how Alfonso Cuarón did Prince of Prisoner of Azkaban. Not
Princess of Mars? What is this, John
Princess
Carter?
of Mars.
Tyler, what are your thoughts on this? I don't think you've given much of a
I'm excited. I love the Harry Potter series. That makes me excited for this. All the Harry Potter movies I feel were amazing. I don't think we have any reason to doubt what J.K. can do. If she's writing five movies, I have no reason to not be in.
Very optimistic.
Yeah, like, there's nothing about this that screams bad.
I don't know. When you put it that simply, I kind of agree. I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, maybe he's... Yeah.
Well, what reason do we
It
have
kind
to
of
not
goes
be
back
in?
to my thought earlier that, like, with the book thing,
Yeah.
if she was writing 5 books,
Mm-hmm.
you kidding me?
Yeah, exactly.
The world would be jizzing.
Yeah.
You're right.
But yet, it's
You
a
are right,
script.
yes.
It's not that different. It's obviously a different beast.
Now that's good. That's good.
Writing a script is different than writing a novel. But
yes, but if she's doing it,
but
though-
she's doing it.
Yeah, so if she's
It's all
doing it-
her.
Yeah.
Maybe if Fantastic Beasts looked amazing, I'd be hype as fuck, but like we haven't touched on the fact that it's no secret.
I don't want to say that line I always say, but we'll have to see
Oh,
when the
fuck.
movie comes out
It looks okay.
Yeah,
to
it
sort
looks
of
very
to
okay.
confirm my thoughts that
Because like
I'm optimistic. If the movie's great or even good, then I
Right.
would be more
but
hyped.
let's not ignore what if the movie's shit? Then that changes this entire thing.
That will change everything. That is
Will change
a
everything.
big deal. But I think
I
that
don't think it will be shit.
I'm
Let's
optimistic.
if it was like
I can
did they
usually
red
I
light
can
all these
usually
movies
I
then?
can usually get a whiff of the stench early on.
Me too.
You know?
I think it'll be mediocre.
Like the kind of Miss Peregrine stench, you know that.
Oh, you mean the
Shut your
heavy,
fucking mouth.
the Light 4?
This movie has no hope. Stench.
Shut your all of you. Shut up.
It's a Light 4.
Shut up. It's a light 4.
So Ty's definitely in.
Fuck. I'm preemptive five banging this.
What if Tim
This is
Burton?
I was just gonna say
What if
that.
Tim
I
Burton
want Tim Burton
directs
to do it, like-
fucking Harry Potter?
Tim Burton anthology spin-off, young Dumbledore origin story.
Played by Johnny Depp.
Fuck, I'm in. I'm so in. I could not be any more in.
Tim, you have any thoughts?
No, same thing as pretty much I'm on the same page as Adam.
What's that?
I'm excited for this to be good, but we will have to wait and see because the movie looks okay to me.
It's hard to really commit to
Yeah.
right now.
Tune in a few weeks after we see Fantastic Beasts. We can like have a whole new perspective on this.
Definitely,
Alright.
we'll definitely have some more opinions.
Yeah.
Once we do a review. But I think that'll do it for this week's episode.
You can follow us on Twitter at UpRealLate. You can find us on YouTube and iTunes at UpRealLate, and you can find me personally on Letterboxd at UpRealTim.
You can find us on Facebook and on Instagram at UpReal Podcast. And you can find me on Letterboxd at UpRealTy, TYE.
You can find me, Adam, on Twitter at Franny25 and on Instagram and Letterboxd at UpRealAdam.
You can follow me, Scott, on Letterboxd at UpRealScott. And again, don't forget to leave a like on this video. Please leave a comment below if you want to join
Oh,
our
God.
discussion.
Please.
And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please. Keep it real, guys.